Everybody, I'm going to show you my 3 favorite tobacco fragrances. And I just made a video on TikTok saying that if you're bold, like if you're a woman that's bold and you want to try tobacco, like totally go for it, okay? Because generally tobacco is associated with men's fragrances because to me, it's loud and it's daring. Therefore, it's something that's it's too masculine, you know what I mean? But I completely disagree with that. I'm not the girl that really likes wearing florals and sweets, you know, your typical feminine fragrance DNA. It just doesn't do it for me personally. So when I have things like tobacco in my fragrances, it always is a good time. And I always show out with those scents. So the first one, actually an honorable mention, is Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I don't own the bottle or anything like that, but I did test it on my wrist when I was at Sephora. And honestly, I wasn't too taken with it the first couple hours. I got a bunch of like gingerbread spices. It smelled like gingerbread cookies on my skin. And I was like, okay, this is nice, but I didn't find it to be sexy. I found it to be like cozy and Christmassy, but it wasn't sexy to me. And then the more and more I wore it, like as hours passed by, I was like, hey, this is like the sweetness with the vanilla started interacting with the fragrance. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is nice, but I still think it's more of a cozy, cuddly scent than it is a sexy fragrance. You know what I mean? So as far as cozy, cuddly goes, I love Tobacco Vanille. And that thing lasts easily over 12 hours, so it's a beast, and it projects really well. That thing shows out. But now let me show you my third favorite, or I guess this is in order. Yeah, this is in order. Spicebomb Extreme by Viktor and Rolf. Come on now. You know this bottle, you know this fragrance. It's nothing new. This scent right here just does it for me. It's just a very easy to reach fragrance for the cold weather. It smells like tobacco, vanilla, and cumin. I still don't know if cumin is actually listed in this fragrance, but on my skin, it smells like cumin in the opening. And I'm like, okay, that's where that spice is. And then the tobacco comes in and it kind of gives it that edge. You know, that sexy edge that tobacco does. And then the vanilla is just gorgeous in this scent. Like I said, this is the fragrance that people have interrupted my conversations to tell me that I smelled good. And this scent, by the way, somebody asked me, they're like, what are you wearing? I said, oh, it's Spicebomb Extreme by Viktor and Rolf. And he was like, that smells nothing like the way it smells on my dad. Like, wow, like, so skin chemistry again. And he's like, he thought it was a perfume. He thought it was a perfume, but people really loved it on me that night. So don't be afraid of this one right here. Sexy, sexy, sexy. And it lasts over 10 hours. Great scent. Great scent. So if you're somebody that just wants to find like a fragrance at Macy's, like the easiest one to find is this one right here. You can find it at like Sephora, Ulta, all that kind of stuff. Next is going to be Herod by Parfums de Marly. This is actually my scent of the day right now. I sprayed it on my sweater and it's behind each ear. This scent is gorgeous, and it's so funny because if you find a video of me on my Instagram months ago when I first tried this, I didn't get it. I was like, this is not, everyone's hyping this up. I don't understand the hype. It was just very underwhelming to me. And I think it's because, you know, when you hear about how great a fragrance is and you try it for the first time, like it's very easy to be let down because you've heard all the greatness. You know what I mean? I think if I went into it smelling it without hearing all that, you know, spazzle or whatever, I'd be more impressed with it. But now I love this. I really love this. This one's marketed to men, as is that one. But I know that there's so many girls that like wearing Herod in the fragrance community. It's just a gorgeous scent. To me, it's more leafy tobacco. Like, it smells like the tobacco leaf that's like burning a little bit on my skin. And my sister actually likes this one on me. I've gotten great reactions with this as well from other people too. And this is, you know how I said Tobacco Vanille was like a cozy, cuddly, sexy? I mean, not sexy, a cozy, cuddly fragrance. This one's cozy, sexy to me. I think that this is totally cuddle worthy. This is that scent that makes people want to just put their face in your chest or your neck, anything like that. And it just makes people smile. It makes them smile. So wear this when it's cold outside, wear this winter, fall, nighttime. It's great. It's really good. And lastly, you already know which one I'm going to pick. but I'm gonna say it anyways, because the way that I love this is not, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I've been talking about it too much. Like, if I love it, and if there's new people to this channel, like, they might not know what this is, but it's Naxos by Xerjoff. This, to me, is the smoothest blend of the three that I mentioned. I'm not including Tobacco Vanille, but if I had to, I would still say that this is a bit more smooth. It's not like a pungent smell that's like, whoa, like that's kind of, oof. Like, it's smooth right when you smell it, and it smells like cherry tobacco with honey. And I don't believe cherry is actually listed in this fragrance, but I smell a cherry tobacco. And then with the honey, it just makes it sweeter. So it makes it very inviting and enticing when you smell it in the air. And even up close, it's not a scent. Like, I'm gonna spray it in the air right now. Oh, look at that. I mean, you can't see the mist, but like, yeah, this is such an easy to like fragrance, honestly. Like, if you have to go to like for any social setting, honestly, when it's cold outside, I feel like this is a good dumb reach fragrance, because it's likable enough for the average person to be like, oh man, that smells really, really good. But at the same time, it's unique because the average person isn't wearing something like this. This isn't your typical blue fragrance like a Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage. And for the women watching this, it's not like a Chanel fragrance. It's not like Miss Dior, anything like that. This is so different. It really will set you apart when you're in those social settings out there in the real world. Okay, I know on the internet, people, this isn't unique to the internet, but that's totally different than the real world. Anyways, this fragrance performs easily over 12 hours. I've done one spray on my sweater, lasted over a day, no problem. So I'm honestly giving it slack saying that it lasts over 12 hours. It can, if we're honestly speaking, this thing lasts a day. It lasts a day, but I don't want to jump shoot that or overshoot that, because I know that to some people it doesn't hold well on their skin or they go nose blind to it. But to me, like, this doesn't go away. It really doesn't go away. So let me know what your favorite tobacco fragrance is. I was gonna add Rehab, but there's no tobacco in it. It's just spices, which is crazy to me. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm wearing Harrod right now and I'm loving it. So tell me your favorite, and I hope you have a great day. And also let me know what other ones I should try out that are tobacco-y, because I do like tobacco now. And by the way, wasn't a fan of Mugler's Pure Havane. I didn't like Pure Havane. Anyways, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.